Daniel Dubois knocks out Anthony Joshua in front of a record-breaking 96,000 people.
Tyson, just on tonight, what are your thoughts? How dangerous is Daniel Dubois in there tonight?
How dangerous is Daniel Dubois? Isn't he the champion?
Yes.
So you mean how dangerous is AJ to the champion?
Well, to be fair, the bookies' favourite is Joshua. So
Yeah, but it's Joshua challenging Dubois for the belt, is he not?
Hey, what if he trades Dubois? Shit! He got him! He got him!
It's a phenomenal fight, and I always felt it to be a Hagler-Hearns situation, and that's what it was. Two guys give everything. It takes two people to make a fight like that.
No! No! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! I can't believe it! 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 I can't believe it!
Eddie Hearn, the organizer of Daniel Dubois' upcoming fight against Anthony Joshua, thinks that many people are missing him. As soon as this fight was announced, Hearn spoke out in support of Dubois, praising his boxing knowledge. He said, "I like this fight. I think that AJ is a former champion looking for another chance to become a three-time heavyweight world champion and join the elite. Boxers of the past who have achieved this feat," Hearn says that this drive could be very important in the fight. But he is also very sure about Dubois' skills. Will they be enough to stop a young, hungry man? A smart boxer, Fearless Dubois doesn't get enough credit for it. Hearn says that he thinks Dubois has the skills and intelligence to fight at the highest level, but is often overlooked. It's clear that Dubois has improved a lot since his last big fight, according to Hearn. "I think AJ will bring out the best in Dubois, and we have seen the best of AJ," he said. These days, AJ loses his shape badly once he unloads, but Dubois holds his shape a lot better. Joshua is very strong, but he has been known to lose his shape during fights, which leaves him open to being hurt. Hearn stresses that Dubois keeps his shape, which lets him keep using power throughout the fight. Hearn is glad to see that Dubois is getting better and says, "A much improved Dubois seems to be getting better, and I would expect to see marginal improvement going into this fight. The thought of continual improvement is important in boxing, especially against an opponent with Joshua's." Hearn imagines a situation in which Dubois uses better head and side movement, which could throw off Joshua's rhythm. "I think with a lot more head and lateral movement from Dubois, his work rate will be too much for AJ, who will simply not be able to deal Dubois wins inside 10 rounds, TKO," Hearn predicts.
Oh my god. Hold up.
Confidently on the other side, Mike Tyson offers a different perspective. He acknowledges Dubois' potential, but leans toward Joshua in this matchup. While Dubois has rebounded well from his loss to Usyk, and he certainly has the proverbial puncher's chance in this contest, he is facing a boxer in Anthony Joshua, who seems to have fully regained his confidence. Tyson points to Joshua's resurgence after his setback against Andy Ruiz, saying it took a while to get over his loss to Andy Ruiz, but through sheer activity the past year or so, he is once again punching with authority and doesn't look gun-shy. 31. Tyson also notes Joshua's physical benefits. He sees Joshua's ability to control the distance and deliver powerful strikes. AJ has many of the physical benefits, and he's also the straighter puncher. From the outside, this clarity in Joshua's punching style might give him an edge early in the fight. Tyson speculates that Joshua will start carefully boxing at a distance before unleashing more aggressive combinations. My view is that he will box early and then later his attack with more and more right hands. I see him stopping Dubois in round 7. Tyson forecast showing faith in Joshua's capabilities to finish the fight.
You're like, it's all done. But I think it'll be something that like we look back on. When you're riding the wave, you're just riding the wave until you get to the end of that wave. That's when you take a step back and you really admire what's happened. So right now I'm just in that conqueror's mindset, like what's the next feat, where we going next, and nicest.
Tyson also notes
Tyson Fury, another heavyweight champion, adds to the discussion, bringing a unique viewpoint. Very interesting fight with both fighters coming in with a ton of confidence. Fury states he reflects on their past sparring sessions, noting not sure what actually happened in their sparring years ago, but I don't take that serious. This shows that while past experiences may linger, they do not necessarily dictate future outcomes. Fury sees both fighters as having gone through transformative phases after their respective losses. Both guys had their ups and downs throughout their careers, but after each guy's last loss, it seemed like they are different guys. He observes this sentiment resonates particularly with Joshua, who Fury believes could have performed better in his second bout against Alexander Usyk. I thought Joshua could have easily won the second Usyk fight if he just did a little more, but in my opinion, he just didn't believe in himself like he does now.
Yeah. Did Hrgović do the work in the gym, or did he overlook Daniel Dubois? Big round.
The role of mental strength in fighting cannot be overstated, and Fury praises Joshua's renewed confidence. He notes the work of Joshua's trainer Ben Davidson. Ben Davidson has done a fantastic job in getting Joshua back. To where we thought he always should have been. The mental part is so much more important than the physical. This acknowledgement of the psychological side of boxing is critical, as it often influences a fighter's performance in the ring. Fury's analysis of Dubois is more cautious. He mentions Dubois' mixed result in recent bouts, saying in Dubois, I'm not sure how to analyze him. He's had 3 important fights and went W2 with that win against Hrgović, who I was never high on. Fury's uncertainty about Dubois' consistency raises questions about whether he can handle the pressure of facing a heavyweight champion like Joshua. Both fighters have a reputation for being powerful punchers, which adds another layer of intrigue to the fight. Fury points out, obviously both guys are great punchers, which usually means it should go rounds, because they'll be respectful of each other's power. This acknowledgement highlights a potential tactical approach where both fighters may exercise caution, leading to a more extended fight. Fury speculates on how Joshua might handle the fight strategically. I think if Joshua isn't hesitant and is smart while being aggressive, he could stop Dubois in the first half of the fight. But I think he'll be respectful, as will Dubois, and it'll go either the distance or Joshua stops him late. Fury insight here emphasizes the importance of strategy and respect between fighters, particularly when both possess knockout power. When it comes to overall experience, Fury believes Joshua has the edge on.
Oh, to him, he is a little boy. He's an older man, isn't he? I mean, you know, but little boys become men. And that's what's going to happen on Saturday.
Fury speculates on how Joshua
Believe Joshua wins in all departments, bigger fights, better opposition, better trainer, and the way he's looked in his last 3 fights, I think he's the best heavyweight in the world. This sentiment reflects the broader consensus in the boxing community that Joshua, with his championship pedigree and experience, presents a formidable challenge for Dubois. Deontay Wilder also weighed in on the highly anticipated fight between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. Wilder, never one to mince words, has been watching both fighters closely as they prepare for their fight in the ring. I've got to give credit to both Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. Wilder started, both of these guys have been working hard and turning their lives around. Joshua, man, he's been looking sharp lately, like the best version of himself. His last 4 fights, he made those guys look like they didn't even belong in the ring. With him, Wilder has long respected Joshua's talent, even amid the ups and downs of the British fighter's career. After some rough patches, Joshua has come back looking stronger and more determined, which Wilder believes makes him dangerous once again. That's the AJ we remember. Wilder continued focused, hungry, and back to doing what he does best. He's got that fire again, and when a fighter like Joshua gets his rhythm back, that's a problem for any heavyweight in the world. Joshua's recent performances have impressed many in the boxing world, and Wilder is no exception. He believes Joshua is returning to form after dealing with setbacks in previous years, showing a more polished, refined version of himself. The way he's been fighting, it's like he's back to his old self, but better. Wilder added more polish. That's scary for any heavyweight out there, including Dubois. Joshua's been picking his opponents apart, making it clear why he's still one of the best, but Wilder didn't stop there. While praising Joshua's resurgence, he was quick to acknowledge the threat that Daniel Dubois faces. At 25, Dubois is considered one of the rising stars in the heavyweight division, and Wilder knows all too well how a young, hungry fighter can surprise even the most seasoned champions. Don't get it wrong, Wilder warned Daniel Dubois is on a mission. He's been grinding hard, and you can see it in his last 2 fights. He's taken out 2 undefeated contenders, and that's not something you just brush off. This kid's hungry, and he's got that knockout power. You can't overlook Wilder. Recognize that Dubois has been steadily building his reputation, making a name for himself among the top contenders in the division. His recent wins, especially against undefeated fighters, have confirmed him as a force to be reckoned with. Dubois is out here trying to make a statement. Wilder stressed he's got power, and he's hungry for that spotlight. He's not coming into this fight to just show up. He's coming to win. Tim Tissue extended Wilder's sentiments, though, with his own unique perspective. For Tissue, the fight between Joshua and Dubois isn't just about power or experience, it's about who can execute their game plan better on the night. I'm leaning towards Joshua as well, Tissue said, but don't sleep on Dubois. That kid's got bombs in his hands, and if he lands one clean on Joshua, it could be lights out. We've seen what Dubois can do when he's on the inside, and if Joshua doesn't keep his distance, Dubois is going to give him a real problem. Sue is impressed with how Dubois has refined his offense, particularly his ability to close the distance and land heavy shots when he gets inside, but he also noted that Dubois has to be careful not to forget his defense, which could be a vulnerability against someone as skilled as Joshua. Dubois has been polishing his offense, no doubt about it. It's you observe, but he can't forget about his defense. Joshua's jab is one of the best in the division, and if he controls the range, it's going to be a long night for Dubois. Like Wilder, Tissue emphasized that Joshua's experience and technical skills give him the upper hand in this matchup. Joshua's been in there with the best. Tissue pointed out he knows how to handle these big fights, and that counts for a lot. Dubois is still learning, and while he's got the power to end it with one punch, I think Joshua's too smart to let that happen. I see this fight ending in a stoppage, maybe around the 9th round. For Tissue, the key to the fight is whether Joshua can establish his jab early and control the pace of the fight. If Joshua sets his jab and keeps Dubois at bay, it's his fight to win. Sue explained Dubois will have to get inside and land those bombs, but that's easier said than done against someone like Joshua. It's going to be fun to watch, but I'm leaning towards Joshua getting the TKO late in the fight. Well, what's your take on the fight? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more info. See you in the next one.